All right, so we got to talk about Dragon Ball Daima because if you've been on Twitter, you should have seen it just as well as I have. Super Saiyan 4 is canon in Dragon Ball Daima. It's official. I don't know what they're calling it officially because there's something different about this, and there's a lot of nods to other Dragon Ball depictions of Super Saiyan 4 because Super Saiyan 4 is such a great form. It's the de facto Ultimate Saiyan form that appears in video games and OAVs and everything. So this Super Saiyan 4 is worse in my personal opinion, and I'll get to that, but I like the fact that Super Saiyan 4 has been given its flowers. Let me explain. So Goku does go Super Saiyan 4 in Dragon Ball Daima episode 18 against Third Eye Goma, and I'm a little disappointed, but I'm still hyped about Super Saiyan 4 being official now. It was already official before. I don't argue canon with a lot of people when it comes to Super Saiyan 4. Dragon Ball GT is the thing, get over it. But this is even more vindication when they're going out of their way to include Super Saiyan 4 in other official anime media. So what's different about this right off the bat is that Super Saiyan 4 Goku in Daima looks a little bit more like Gogeta in the fact that his hair is red. So it's no longer black hair with red fur, it's red hair with red fur. And this is actually alike to something that happened in Super Dragon Ball Heroes with Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker. So they're going with that version here, but with Kid Goku. Now this is the first disappointment and what lets me know that this interpretation of Super Saiyan 4 is weaker. And it's the fact that it can't break the magic of the Dragon Balls. If you remember in Dragon Ball GT, Super Saiyan 4 was so powerful that it broke the magic of the wish that the Pilaf gang made to turn him into a kid. And it made him an adult again as long as he was in that particular form. So in this one, I guess this version of Super Saiyan 4 isn't powerful enough to break the magic of the Dragon Balls and turn him into a kid. And if I remember correctly, they used the Earth Dragon Balls to turn him into a kid, so he definitely should be breaking the magic of the regular Dragon Balls on Earth as opposed to the Ultimate Dragon Balls in GT where he broke their magic and they're a stronger, more potent set of Dragon Balls. So immediately, that lets me know that this version of Super Saiyan 4 is not as strong as the Dragon Ball GT interpretation. So maybe, and I'm just theorizing here, is that, I don't know, maybe this is a demi Super Saiyan 4, maybe it's not Super Saiyan 4 all the way, or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe this is just them saying that this is a stronger version of Super Saiyan 4, but that wouldn't make any sense because why wouldn't it break the magic of the Dragon Balls? I'm just thinking here because I'm thinking the way that they're gonna get out of this is that maybe they pull the whole amnesia thing, or maybe Goku loses his tail again, because I have not watched the episode. I've seen the leaked images. Of course, everything came together, and I'm looking at everything. And what lets me also know that this version of Super Saiyan 4 is weaker is that Goma is not struggling at all. He's beating this version of Super Saiyan 4. So I am disappointed in that. I don't get why they don't know how to do, power displays. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he's showing up. Number one, I get it. Maybe when he's first adjusting to the power, he stays a kid, but maybe he become an adult. Immediately, no adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That's terrible. And again, looking at these spoiler images, Goma is looking dominant over him, beating him, and I'm like, nah, bro. This is not how you debut a form. Not at all. Again, I'm glad that Super Saiyan 4 is officially... if you want to say that Daima is canon, you have to take Super Saiyan 4 now, too. We're not hearing this anymore. The way that I'm going to explain it is that maybe Goku forgets that he has Super Saiyan 4. They wipe his memory or whatever. They do the whole they do the whole Mewtwo stuff from the first Pokemon movie. Oh yeah, you'll never remember this, blah blah blah. And then maybe old Kai remembers it and he holds it as a last resort for GT, and he tells Goku about it and he goes Super Saiyan 4. And maybe it's the matured Super Saiyan 4 that's stronger and more potent. I don't know. Maybe that's what they're gonna do, but just looking at this fight, like looking what's going on in the spoiler images, and the fact that they're still having to reach for other alternatives to beat Goma, it just lets me know that this form is not as strong as it should be. And I'm not seeing anything wild. Like, I'm not seeing any attack images or anything that's off the wall. But I do know now, they're definitely, I'm going to save that discussion. It's a whole different thing. But I think this is going to impact other avenues of Dragon Ball in a big way. They also, even if you wanted to try to hate on GT at this point, they even took the concept for the Shenron from Dragon Ball GT and making him red, just like the regular Shenron, or rather the Ultimate Shenron from Dragon Ball GT. That's with the Ultimate Dragon Balls. Well, in this case, Porunga is red too, so they went ahead. Everything is Dragon Ball GT. I just don't like the fact that Super Saiyan 4 Goku is not dominating in this. Look, you can tell a lot from images, and yeah, Goma is standing over him, beating the hell out of him. He shouldn't even be standing equally with him. Like, it just should be Super Saiyan 4 Goku just like no selling all of his attacks and just dominating. Again, I will make another review when I watch the episode, when I go ahead and sit down, watch the actual episode animated. But just looking at this, finally, Super Saiyan 4, or whatever they call it, because I can't imagine they're going to actually call this Super Saiyan 4. I think they're going to have to come up with some, maybe they'll just sit up here and do a nod to the fans and say, oh, we know you know what this is, but we're not going to name it. Or maybe they'll eventually have to name it, because we know what's going to happen to him next. Like, we already know Dragon Ball Legends is going to get him, so they're going to have to come up with a form name or something. Maybe they'll call it I don't know, half completed incomplete Super Saiyan 4, or I don't know. But again, I do not like the fact that he's not winning in this, in a dominant fashion. Again, I don't even see any Uzaru spoiler images, so you know it's some BS. I already don't like the fact that he didn't go through the proper channels of going Uzaru and going Golden Uzaru and then taming that form. And I feel like GT still did it better 100%. The fact that I'm not seeing any of that. See, this is what's letting me know. You got to do a lot of setup to get Super Saiyan 4. Where's the Grade 8 beating up Goma? Where's Golden Grade 8? Again, I'm happy so that the GT naysayers can finally shut up. But if you're gonna do it right. That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna do it right. And to go through all that, you need at least 2 episodes. 1 episode of him going Grade 8 and wilding out. Then by the end of episode 19, he gets under control and goes Super Saiyan 4. We see a little bit of it. Episode 20, he beats Goma as Super Saiyan 4. And then the day is saved. And then, you do the whole send off. Oh, Goku saved the world. That party episode. At least that's what it should be. And it doesn't look like that. Like, they're definitely rushing through all this, and that's the aspect of it that I don't like. Super Saiyan 4 not looking dominant, them rushing through the motions of the actual achievable of Super Saiyan 4. But that's been it, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. When I get through watching the full episode, I will come back and make a full review. But that's it for now.